It's a pretty bold statement for a fragrance house to say we have a fragrance and we're going to call it This Is Him, and we have a fragrance that we're going to call This Is Her. But why don't we look at those two fragrances together and come up with our conclusions? Come on. Zadig Voltaire opened its doors in 1997. The founder, Thierry Gillier, is the great-grandson of one of the founders from the sports company Lacoste. Working together with his wife and former supermodel Cecilia Bönström, Thierry Gillier has brought the, company Zadig Voltaire to new heights. At this point, they have a cult following of people that are always willing to stretch the boundaries between masculine and feminine. Currently, there are about 20 fragrances or so in the collection for Zadig Voltaire, and This Is Her as well as This Is Him. Both fragrances were released in 2016. I guess what we'll do is we'll start with This Is Her and give it a spray and see where we land. This is the bottle right here. Let's see. We'll give it a nice little spray or two. This Is Her. First of all, the bottle is super cool. It's got like this little edge that is cut sideways, and it looks like it's supposed to be broken off. You can see the juice through it if you hold it up into the light. It's a white bottle, sort of a little bit translucent, while This Is Him is going to be a black bottle, also with the same edge. This Is Her is going to be a sweet fragrance with a little bit of a woody balsamic undertone. There's also a slight tingle in this fragrance. When you first spray it, there is a little bit of pepper in there. There's also some jasmine, some silk blossom. So there's a little bit of a floral note, although I don't quite think that it is the usual floral that you would get for a female. There's also some cream and chestnut listed in this fragrance, although I think that the sandalwood and the cashmere really take over in this fragrance. From a distance, however, when you smell this fragrance or in the dry down, you do get a little bit of a sweet vanilla, and there's quite a bit of powderiness to this fragrance. This Is Her from Zadig Voltaire is going to be a fragrance for the young and spirited, with that little modern twist of the metallicness that I get in this fragrance. It is quite unusual. It's not your usual floral. 2 to 3 sprays is all you're going to need. This one performs extremely well. Spray it in the morning, get a little bit on your clothes, and it's going to last you all day. And like I said, from a distance, once it dries down a little bit, it is quite powdery. It is a little bit on the sweet side. It also performs well enough for you to go out on a date in or clubbing or anything like that. However, if you're into, real floral fragrances, soft and delicate, then you might not just want to go out and buy this one. I do think that this is a unique scent, and you might want to sample it first because it is a bit unusual. It is beautiful, it is well done, but it is unique, and it might just be a little bit something for the young at heart. But while we're at it, why don't we go look and see what This Is Him is all about. We'll do the same thing. We'll give it a spray or two. There we go. The bottle is the same thing, got a little bit of edge cut off of it. You can look through it and see how much juice you got left in it. And I really adore this fragrance. It's one of my favorite fragrances for the winter. The perfumers on this one are not the same ones. I believe one of the perfumers of this one is Nathalie Larson, which is a great perfumer. This fragrance is going to be much stronger than This Is Her. And it also lasts, at least on my skin. I've tried both of them on my skin. I can wear This Is Her. I think it has a little bit of a unisex touch in it. I also think that This Is Him you could wear as a female if you like a stronger scent, because it's just kind of, this one is really smoky. It has a lot of incense in it. It is also warm and spicy, with, like I said, with a ton of incense. So it's very powerful and warm. It almost engulfs you when you wear it. There is some sweet vanilla. There is some oriental spices in here. Now, it doesn't smell like a spice bazaar, but there's definitely some pepper. There's also some sandalwood in this fragrance. It's a quite unique one. I don't have anything else that smells like this. So if you're into different fragrances, not mainstream, then I think either one of these is really a good choice for you. This Is Him, for me, stays a little bit on the linear side. What's quite unique about this fragrance is it has a note of grapefruit at the top. So there's a fruitiness. And even if you spray it like from the top or at the dry down, that grapefruit sort of always kind of stays there. So you have this deep sandalwood and peppery incense with still a little bit of freshness from the grapefruit. It's really quite amazing how they kept the sort of little tip of freshness in this fragrance. I really enjoy the darkness of this fragrance. It has, the vanilla. It always makes me feel like I'm kind of walking in the streets of Paris on a cold day. It's a really unique and I think international fragrance. It's not mainstream, but it's extremely well done, and you will definitely stand out and get compliments with either one of these. Now, whether you wear This Is Her, which is a beautiful fragrance, not too floral, does have a couple of floral notes in it, but it is, sweet, a little bit milky, creamy. There is some vanilla in there. Or whether you wear This Is Him, darker incense, both of them have a little bit of pepper. They are reminiscent just a tad of each other. However, this is much deeper, much darker, and this one is going to last a lot longer than this one, at least on my skin. However, both of these are unique scents, and I don't recommend that you go out and just blind buy these. Now, I do like them. This is one of my favorite ones to wear in the wintertime. It's bar none like my top 10 in the wintertime. However, I have lots of fragrances and I like the uniqueness of This Is Him. For you, I think you need to go out, get yourself a sample, wear it a little bit, and see if you like it. This one is not too floral. It's sweet, balsamic, and both of them have some woods in there. So they're not fougères or anything like that at all. They're deeper, they're not gourmandish, they're sort of fragrances in their own little unique way that either one of them can kind of go a little bit on the unisex side. You could wear this one as a guy and you could wear this one as a girl if you're just a little bit daring and a little bit on the contemporary side. But let me know what you think about these two if you have them, if you feel the same way about them as I do. I hope you got something out of this. Until next time, I want you to take good care of yourself. Always smell nice, and I will talk to you soon. Until then, Centrail.